Hey guys, Ken here. So I've been doing Amazon KDP for a few years now, as well as I've been building my YouTube and KDP coaching business for around 2 years as well. And over that time frame with both businesses, I've spent at least 10,000 hours working on Amazon KDP related stuff. I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot. I've helped a lot of people. And in this video, we're just going to be diving over 10 very important things that I learned after working around 10,000 hours in the Amazon KDP space. And the first thing is there's always a reason why your books won't sell. The thing about selling books on Amazon KDP is we have to give them every reason to succeed. And even if we fall short in one important area, our book's not really going to sell. And so in many cases, when I'm doing coaching calls or just helping people out with their books that aren't selling, there's always one or maybe multiple of these things that are falling short. Maybe their topic is low demand. Maybe their title is boring and doesn't really stand out. Maybe they have a forgettable cover. It's not compelling enough versus the competitors. Maybe they don't have enough reviews to actually compete, or they didn't launch their book well enough to rank high and get seen. And so our only goal with Amazon KDP to make money is we want to make sure that we have a high demand topic. We create a no-brainer offer with our title and our book. We stand out with our book so it stands out from our competitors with our cover. We get enough reviews to actually be credible, and we drive enough sales with our launch to actually get high ranking. And so when you give your book no reason not to sell, it does sell. And this is why people like myself and other YouTubers talk about their results and their student results and how it was so crazy and it seems so easy, because it's very difficult until it's not. And so keep studying these things, what makes them good. And once you hit the nail on the head with everything, you have a great book, ranking high with enough reviews, that's a strong offer in a high demand topic, it's going to get some sales. The second thing I've learned after 10,000 hours in this space is that 90% of the saturation on Amazon is not competition. So I specifically publish high content books, if you didn't already know that, and I can confidently say that 90% of the high content books out there are not my competition, hence there really isn't much saturation on Amazon. Let's say we have two publishers on Amazon. One person is the red and one person is the green. Each of their books have a likelihood of selling because somebody is searching up their topics and buying their books. And so, like we already talked about, if you publish a book that has no demand, a boring title, a bad cover, low reviews, no launch, it has no reason to sell. So how is it even our competition? And so when you do nail everything, like we talked about, these books are the actual competition. And in terms of a keyword specific example, go and search up a keyword. Go and search up, keto diet for beginners, gardening for beginners, and go and look at the search results. I guarantee you that you're going to see that most of the books there have a boring title, their cover isn't very good, they have less than 70 reviews, they're not ranking high. And so how can people say that Amazon KDP is saturated when it's filled with these type of books? Books that have no chance of selling to begin with. And so always focus on finding book topics that have demand, and then actually look at the competition objectively and see how much real competition there is. You're going to find that maybe the first 1 to 3 rows of books under your search term is where the competition will lie, and all the other books won't even be comparable. And so all you have to do is make a good book, and you're immediately going to blow past all these other books. And so Amazon KDP is not saturated because 90% of the books on there are barely even competitors and have no chance to sell to begin with. So number 3 is that most people are one good book away from changing everything and getting the results they were hoping for. Let me tell you a little story about this. I think it was around a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. There was a student inside one of my communities, and the student found a topic. They were excited about it. They started posting about it and getting their book created. They started posting their cover to get some feedback. And funny enough, this was actually a pretty good topic because I had already started creating a book on this topic. It's not something super secretive. It's pretty generic. You probably heard of it before, but it was a topic that this person found that I was also creating a book on. And some time went by and this person was creating their book and making great progress, and it was in the works and it was getting formatted. And then out of nowhere, they kind of just dropped off the face of the map. I just didn't really hear from them. I didn't really hear from them launching their book. Nothing really happened. And this is someone who had never had any prior results with Amazon KDP. And so then, of course, I'm already creating a book in this topic as well. So I went, finished it up, launched it. And that book in the last year has made about $50,000. And so this person who was about to publish in this topic that was the same as the one that I was publishing in just stopped and never did it. Yet their book could have been the one that went and made $50,000. And so the thing about Amazon KDP is, like I said before, once you hit everything right, it works very well. Is it easy to do that? Absolutely not. But you're closer than you think to the results you want. Just really focus on learning what makes a good book, what makes a good keyword, how to launch it properly. And don't get discouraged if your book doesn't have crazy results, because in many cases, your first few books won't. If they do, and I've seen it happen, that's great. But if they don't, that's fine too. It's all learning. And the more you do something, and the more you get the reps in, that's how you're going to learn what makes a good book and how to actually execute it properly. So the fourth thing that I've learned after 10,000 hours in the Amazon KDP space is your topic determines your fate. This is something that's no surprise. I've talked about it before, but if your topic does not have demand, your book will not sell. I don't care how good it is. I don't care where it ranks. I don't care how many reviews it has. If nobody is searching and buying your specific topic, your book isn't going to sell. Amazon KDP is not a game of cold traffic. It is a game of warm audiences. We're looking for people who are already buying something. It is the warmest possible audience we can find, and we're simply giving them what they're looking for in the most desirable way. And so what actually makes a good topic is I do talk about this in other videos and go through my process, which I will link below. But basically what makes a good topic is that we need to find proof that we can sell. This is low reviewed books that are selling well. We need to find a specific topic that's solving one problem for one person. It's not too broad because Amazon is a very specific game. People are searching for specific things and buying specific things. If we have a coffee maker on Amazon, we can't get mad that people searching up TVs don't buy our coffee maker. There's no connection. Books are no different. We have to treat it the same. They are looking for a specific thing. We have to prove that that person is there buying that thing. On top of that, we have to make sure that there are few authority figures. These are books with over 500 reviews, because if all our competitors have hundreds of reviews, over 500, over 1,000, it's going to be very hard to compete with them. And so the sweet spot is finding books that have low reviews, selling well, it's a specific topic, and there aren't too many authority figures. Number 5, and one of the most important things when it comes to selling high content books, is always ask yourself this question before you create or publish a book. Why would somebody buy this over the competitors? For some reason, I've noticed this a lot in this space, and that is that people think that they can just publish a book to Amazon and it should sell. So they publish a book and then they ask me, why isn't my book selling? But you have to ask yourself, why would somebody buy this one over the competitors? If they're typing in balanced exercises for seniors and there's a book that's ranking high with 200 reviews, that's a really good offer, 5-minute balanced exercises for seniors, lose weight, tone your body, get fit, feel great in 5 minutes a day, and there's your book that has 20 reviews that just says balanced exercises for seniors, how to improve your balance. No one's going to care about it. No one's even going to give it a second glance. And so we have to always look at our competitors before we publish a book, make sure that we are at least on par with them in terms of the overall structure of our book and the tone of it, and then have some sort of unique mechanism that makes us stand apart, whether it's solving the problem faster, better, easier, with more, and then package that with a desirable title and cover and reviews. And that's how you're going to make sales, because people are shopping and they're just buying the book that is the best option. And if we are not positioning ourselves to be the best option, we can't expect to get any sales. So quick segue, if you are looking to master Amazon KDP and actually understand how to create and execute great books that sell, I will leave a link below to my 15 Days of Publishing Mastery series. It's going to walk you through my entire book creation process, start to finish, in great detail. And each day is going to be a different subject, whether it's finding a topic, getting your book formatted, finding a ghostwriter, and go into that specific subject in extreme detail. It's going to help you really master the process and do everything correctly. So when it comes to determining if someone will buy our book over our competitors, there are 2 important things we have to ask. 1 is, do we have a better offer? And 2, does our book stand out compared to them? Let's look at a couple examples here. So let's say our topic is keto diet for weight loss. So as you can see, there's 2 books here. Which book do you think you would click on and which book do you think you would buy? So it's very obvious. This book is just a better offer and stands out better visually. It's easy to read, it's enticing, and it's giving you basically no reason not to click the book, because it's everything someone would want for a keto diet for weight loss. And so if we pair this with a lot of reviews, it's going to stand out. And so this book specifically is the 8-week keto diet plan for weight loss. It comes with a weight loss success tracker, a 60-day meal plan, full color. And so if we are competing against this book, we can't just publish a book like this. So it's no shade against this publisher. This is probably a great book, but the important thing is, how are we going to sell our book if our competitors look like this? And so if this is our competitor here, we have to ask ourselves, how can we be more desirable? So in this specific case, maybe it's quicker recipes. Maybe we're the 5-minute keto diet cookbook for weight loss. Healthy, delicious meals ready in only 5 minutes. Okay, that's going to be a bit more enticing. And if we can add a few more elements to it, maybe we add video tutorials, video, recipe lessons. Maybe we have a bonus audiobook that comes for free with the book. Who knows? That's how we're going to separate ourselves and actually stand up from the competitors and be a more desirable option. And so the 3 things that we have to do with our books to execute this properly is we have to, 1, grab attention. This comes through a bold title and cover. So you have to have a bold design, and we also have to have a strong title that is giving them an enticing offer. Number 2 is we want to tell them what they want to hear. So how we've structured our book and how we're going to teach them about this thing has to be what they're looking for. They're looking to solve a problem. Maybe they're looking to lose weight. They're looking to learn about the keto diet. How can we tell them exactly what they want to hear and give them no reason not to click our book? And then we pair this with enough reviews and a strong product page. So after we get the click, people see the social proof and credibility, and they see the strong product page that sells the book. And when you do all these things correctly, like I mentioned, people are just going to walk straight to the buy button. People want to buy something. They're going to go straight to the buy button if nothing stops them. And so if we give them no reason not to buy our book, they're most likely going to buy it. So the 6th thing that I've learned after 10,000 hours in the Amazon KDP space is that ranking in more places won't bring in more sales. Ranking in the right place will. So our goal with high content publishing specifically, or really any publishing in this case, is to find one main topic or search term with high demand and create a book for that exact person and that exact search term. If we rank anywhere else, great. If not, I don't care, because we are finding a high demand topic and giving that person what they want. Because if we just stuff a bunch of keywords in our title for ranking purposes, we are creating a book to rank, not a book that is going to sell. And in the Amazon performance-based algorithm that it is today, we have to create a book that sells so people buy it and we rank higher because of that. This is also coming from experience. I have multiple books that have earned well over 5 figures each, and I can promise you 90% of their sales came from their main search term. They ranked in one main place, one search term, and got all the traffic and sales from that place. They did not rank in a million different places and get sales from a million different spots. They got sales from their main search term because it was the right keyword with enough demand. It was the right book with the right social proof, ranking high enough for these customers to see it. Number 7 is that one book at 200 reviews is way better than 4 books at 50. And so a big issue I see with people I've coached is that they don't see their book through until the end. They come to me with their book, wondering what to do, and the first thing I see is that they have 35 reviews. And so before we even look at anything else, it's like, okay, we need to launch our book more aggressively, get more reviews so it actually has social proof to compete with the other books. And so having more of something that doesn't work is not going to bring more sales. What we have to do is push our book through until the end, get it to a spot where it actually has a chance to sell, and then hopefully get some results, and then create more of that. If we have a book that doesn't sell with low amount of reviews, we should figure out why it's not selling before we publish more books expecting to get a better result. Because like I said, more of something that isn't working is not suddenly going to work. Find out what works, get your book to a position where you can actually see that data properly and have a fair chance, and then rinse and repeat that once it does work. Number 8 is that being too creative will kill your books. What I mean by this is that we want to sell someone what they have already decided that they want, not what you think they want. It's not our job to educate the market on what they want. We have to find where the customers are, find out exactly what they're buying, and then create that in the most desirable way. And so, for example, let's say we have a topic that is ChatGPT for beginners. What we don't want to do is create a book that's an overall AI book that covers all the different LLMs and AI systems and think, oh, this will be more enticing because it's giving them more than what they want. This doesn't work well. People know what they're looking for and we have to give them that. And so what we need to do is create a book on ChatGPT for beginners, but package it in a way where this is the best book on ChatGPT that you'll ever get. It'll help you master it and will be fast and easy with a bunch of tools and a streamlined system to help you do it. This way, we're targeting what they're looking for and saying it's going to be the best option to do that. That's what someone's going to buy, not this arbitrary idea that we think is going to be better. So being creative and our unique mechanism needs to be in how desirable our book is and the features it has to solve the problem, not a totally new idea. So number 9 is that 100% effort on one book is going to be your biggest unfair advantage when it comes to Amazon KDP. And what I mean by this is that you don't want to think about your next book until the first one is done and is in the right position to sell. So this goes back to seeing our book through until the end. Focus on one book at a time, learn what makes a good topic, find a good topic, and create every part of the book as best you can, including the book launch and your reviews. And then when your book is established, you can think about going to the next one. But what some people do is they will hold back. They'll hold their budget back. They'll hold their reviews back for the next book. But they don't even know if this one's going to do well yet. And so the best way to learn is to take it one book at a time, do the best we can to execute that as effectively as possible, see our book through until the end with our launch, with our reviews. And this is what's going to give us an unfair advantage, because it goes back to the point where most competition isn't really competition because they're not in a position to sell. They have low reviews, a poor quality title, a poor quality cover, and that person does not need more books. They need more books done the right way. So before we dive into number 10, if you do want a clear Amazon KDP roadmap to follow, as well as handheld guidance along the way, with any necessary tool and template to streamline your book creation process, I will leave a link for that in the description. So definitely click the first link in the description if you want to learn more about that. So number 10 is going to be, your Amazon ads don't have to be profitable to make a lot of money and get rich with Amazon KDP. So no, of course, this is a bold claim. It takes a lot to get rich, and richness is, it means lots of different things to many people, but your Amazon ads don't have to be profitable to achieve this. Like I said earlier, Amazon KDP is a game of warm traffic, not cold outreach. And so when we have a book that is ranking high in a high demand topic with enough reviews, it's targeting that topic well, and we have a standout offer, our organic sales should outweigh our ad spend. Our Amazon ads purpose is to get our book ranking and keep it there so it gets seen by this warm traffic. And so if we can get them profitable, great, but they don't have to be. In many cases, to get your Amazon ads very profitable, you have to have lots of reviews, at least 200-300 plus, but that doesn't mean that you can't make money beforehand. And so you can easily make a lot of profit with a book that has 100 to 150 reviews if it's positioned well and ranked high. And we want to use our ads to get it there. And then as we increase our reviews, then our ads will become more profitable, but we will always be in the green every month because of these organic sales. This is the overall end goal that we have to achieve to make the most possible income with Amazon KDP. So thank you for making it this far. This video took me a long time to create. It took me about 10,000 hours to actually make. Funny, I know. But if you do want to join the path to publishing mastery, there's going to be tons of resources below to help you do that. There's going to be my free 15 days to publishing mastery series that I did talk about. There's going to be a ton of valuable no BS videos on all different topics when it comes to Amazon KDP, ads, covers, titles, launches. I'm also going to link all my full courses below that walk you through my entire KDP process, as well as how my 4-pillar framework helps you publish high content books with ease. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe for more no-nonsense Amazon KDP advice. We'll see you in the next one.